I'm up early. Hope you can hear me. I don't know. Let me shut this door. It's just gonna work anyway. No, it's just all right. Yeah, I'm in the kitchen. With morning coffee. Usually I have after midnight when I get back from the gym. I ain't going to the gym right now. Just working out a little bit at home, more than enough to keep toned up. But I gotta get a burger. Got a lot to do, a lot of chores, I got another house I got empty for basically a rental, and then I got a lot to do around here. God. Yep. Yep. A lot of times you gotta go. Your life gets in the way, So you gotta learn how to partition your life in hours, and I'll be 72 in October, so I don't know. Yeah. Usually do these if no one comes on. Then my guys will see it. Oh, he's alive. I'll pop in on the guy. I'm just drinking coffee. Hey, you got someone for you. How you doing? Morning coffee, baby. Normally it's after midnight when I start talking, like after I get back from the gym. What am I doing up? But I got a lot of chores and stuff I gotta do, moving. So I had my coffee, so I have bullshit with somebody. Yeah, go, get lost, okay? Oh, yeah. Make sure you take that one too. People eat the wrong mushrooms, which means you're dead. It takes out your liver. Even in therapies in hospitals, they'll give you most like an extract, of milk thistle. So it's good. There's no secret to this. You take care of yourself, that's all. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm just talking because I'm talking. Yeah, I've been working out, doing all right. I gained 10 pounds. I couldn't believe it. How did I gain that, man? Because I'm doing hypertrophy. I lost 20 pounds getting sick. Yeah, well, I wasn't eating. And I'm really not eating that much now. Weird. But when you exercise, weightlifting of any type of barbelling, when you do that, you're letting the body know, I need this muscle. So the body won't immediately start dissolving the muscle tissue for energy. It'll keep trying to work the fat instead. You know what I mean? How much you do too. If you do too much, you're going to burn yourself out anyway. But with the right exercise, the right repetitions, the right reps, you're going to hold on to more of the muscle. Maybe I got a little more fat. I don't know. I'm just thinking. So you guys got in there? Yeah, there's one guy. Now, what are you doing up? I see someone here. Okay, you're on the middle of the day, so you're a night worker, you're retired, what? What are you doing? I normally do this after midnight. It's cold after midnight because I'm coming back from the gym, but that's it. Once to listen to an old guy. How'd you get to 71, man? You're pretty strong, you know. No one cares. No one cares. I'll do some upper body work today, but I'm going to be doing a lot of upper body work, moving stuff, see? Like I said, life gets in the way. It's different, though. It's different. So I'll still get to it later on in the evening, maybe. Let me just start taking these things, yeah. These way, baby. I'm not kidding you. You take this is more. I mean, it says a vitamin, right? It works like a hormone. Research it out. I eat lots of sardines too, so, but you don't eat sardines. No one eats sardines with me. They must be getting these sardines at the store. Just, oh, Charlie's coming. You know, eats the sardine. My grandson, he loves them. Open up a can of them, tin, and some bread. He go to town. Yeah, D3, but don't overdo it. It helps the functioning of all your hormones. It's something more of a hormone kind of thing. Pre-hormone than your normal vitamin C thing. I just bought this because I bought it, but it's after 50. It's got some other minerals and blah, 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 and it sounds good. You know, you got to go with a name brand. When it comes to your vitamins, name brand, okay. And GNC, that's one thing about GNC, they make sure the products are good. So I go there for like the milk thistle. I take one a day. I need another cup of coffee right now. You can empty the back of the truck, get over to the other house. This, take care of my weights, the squat rack and all. Bring it over here. Where to put it, I have no idea. I got a handyman, he lives down the road. I'll throw him 25 a day for a couple hours. If I say paint, like I got a deal now, if you fix that hole in that roof, I'll give you 100 a day. I do all the materials. He's fine. I give him something to eat. He's good. Knows his stuff. That's what first of all, you gotta know your stuff. If you know your stuff, like I know my stuff, okay, he knows his stuff. I told him the weed whack, he did the best weed whack I ever saw. I mean, like he did like, wow, okay, you know that. Did some carpentry work, said, wow, he knows that. I don't know about electrical. Electrical is something I know really good. I went to school for it, so. You don't play with electrical. You might think you're going to play with electrical. I can tell you horror story after horror story of people playing with electrical. That little outlets with the 110 juice coming through it will take you out. Oh man, my hernia. If I cough, that's the work. And I got sick, and I wasn't even when I was coughing. My hernia ripped. But anyhow, yeah, you don't play with electricity. It's like, what is it? You've been hit, right? I've been hit with 440. I've been hit with, I don't know, 15,000, but that was volts off a microwave I was repairing. I forgot to discharge the cap. It was off. They got a big cap in there. Because you got a magnetron. You're working with basic radar, microwave. No coughing, Charlie, please. And I hit that thing. I thought my arm exploded. The 440 knocked me across the room. Luckily, I didn't lock up with it, or I'd have been dead. Once you lock up, you're dead. You're not killed. You know what I'm trying to say? Unless you got fried like a lightning bolt, like 110. It's going to stop your heart. You know how they stop your heart and start your heart with the ding ding? Basically, the electricity stopped your heart. You ain't dead yet. You're going to die. If someone knows how to start back your heart, ding ding, punch in the chest, I don't know. Got that machine. They got one at the gym. It'll wake you right up. It just shocks that control electricity going down and make the heart beat. 110 will do you out. Stupid ways, You got your electric radio near your sink, and you got your wet hands, and somehow it got that. Boom. Anything like that. Always wear rubber shoes, construction boots, something like that when you start playing. And never use both hands. One hand. Don't be doing that. You need a line from the electricity that goes across the heart. If you're not grounded, you ain't got nothing. You go like that, it's going to go through you this way. I'm telling you, I know too many horror stories. Now, we're not talking about linemen. They work with voltages. You got to be, it'll jump to you. So you got them dudes, hey. I know linemen. I know a lot about it because I worked in a power plant. But that stuff's got like a demon. It's got its own mind. That stuff on them wires, you don't go near that shit. It ain't like doing house 240, 220, however you want to call it, 110, 120. It depends how you want to. The peak of the pulse and the boom, boom. But yeah, okay, wiring up a circuit breaker panel. Okay, good. Then it ain't nothing like that stuff on the top. See the pies way on the top? They might be 20,000, 25,000 volts. And then you see that big round thing? That's a transformer. It's dropping it down to the voltage they're going to put in your house. You don't play with that stuff. It'll kill you. Dead. Boom. No second chances. Now, at that voltage, you're getting cooked. You're not only just having your heart stopped, you're cooking. What was I going to say? Yeah, so don't play with that shit. And there's things you won't even notice. Tree limbs leaning on the power line and water dropping down on the vine and you touch it, boom. Or they didn't wire it up right in the ground where they don't have telephone poles that got in the ground. One was a little kid and she stepped on that metal plate and it was wet and that was it. That was a power company mistake. See, so you got to be cautious. And that's another thing about life. Just on a side note, how did you make it so old? Or how do you take care of yourself? Hey, it's just luck, and I'm always watching from yourself. It ain't just how I eat and how I train and my genetics. It's that I'm cautious. I don't hang out with nobody. Friends are your most dangerous thing, having friends. Oh, friends will get you in trouble. Oh, hey, stop by this gas station, okay? Come on, let's go. What do you mean? What are you doing? What's the gun? Get out of here. Let's go. And you drive away. You don't know what the fuck happened. He just robbed the store. You're an accomplice. Bye-bye. You're going to the big house. And you're going to learn shit you never knew. So, you don't want to know. You're going to see the worst of the worst. You're going to see some solid dudes, too, but they're in hell. Anyhow, yeah, so part of living long is luck, being very cautious, safe, not too much slumming, and definitely, I don't have any friends. I got my handyman helper. I pay him a few bucks. I try to make it that way. He wants to be a friend, obviously, but I try to keep that apart because I don't really need friends. I don't have any. I've been here 15 years. No one comes over I got my family. My friends are barbells, you know. My friends are books. Yeah, I'm a loner, that's all. Some people are. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Maybe that's longevity. I don't know. You got to be a hermit. Yeah, so electricity, don't play with it. Be very careful. If you have someone, you can watch them, you know. Like, I was worked maintenance in automated factories and machinery, manufacturing. I was the guy with the electric, you know. I did the other stuff, too. But, get Charlie's electric. Yeah, because you kid yourself. Don't play with that stuff. I know you all do. It's going to bite you. It'll kill you. Father and son, they're up in the attic. They're putting in one of those exhaust fans. They found them both dead. Somehow they got a line going. One touched the other. One touched the other touched. You know, that's another thing. One guy gets hooked up. You don't go and grab him because you're going to get hooked up. You got to kick him off or do like a tackle so he's pulled off and you're pulled off. But if you just go, you get it too. It's weird. It's like magic. It's weird shit, man. I've been hit so many times. I've been hit a lot. Like 20, 25 times. I rarely get now. When you're working, things you think that's another thing. You don't ever assume the guy wired it right. He might have wired it so that the metal cage is hot and you don't even know it. And no one else will know it until they give itself a ground. This is going to be 420 volts. I'm not touching, I feel it, but it ain't going to go through me. Once I'm grounded, I'm a dead man. You'll feel it, but you won't die. Once electricity goes through, you're done. The electrons. So be careful with that. Or I'll go to school for it. They'll scare the shit out of you because they know what they're talking about. It's amazing. Electricity is amazing. Tesla, the real Tesla, was amazing. We would not have what we have as a civilization, the world, if it was for this one man. And he died alone in a little motel room with pigeons in New York, basically penniless. He gave away all his patents to help Westinghouse. What are you, nuts? I would have said, okay, look, you have to pay me my royalties so you get back on your feet. No, he goes, here, take them all, I don't care. All the electrical, all the motors, all the design. He thought maybe Westinghouse throw him a few bucks. You know, hey, you came to us, go die, you know. Oh, yeah. So be careful. If there's a book on Tesla, a book, not the TV crap at YouTube. Start reading. That's another thing. That's another thing why I got to get over to the other house and empty the truck. That was my place up in the woods, and I read. There was no connection to cable or TV or anything. I had to go out on the porch and get the cell phone working. So I read and I read, and I go to secondhand stores and buy books, brand new, like. What it would just, it's like goes on someone's shelf, they die, they take the whole books and come, give it away. Like I know this one guy died because it'd be all like detective novels, Mike Hammer kind of stuff. Or it might be all sci-fi. I go, okay, there's someone died at night. But that's good. I pull them all. I read them all. Yeah, make books your friends. In the beginning, it'll be a little struggle reading. But within a month, you'll be reading fine. You'll be going through that stuff. And then you like it because it's different. It's more personal. Even when I'm on the internet, I usually go to the news feeds, where I'm reading. I don't need to listen to some goofball read a piece of paper to look at me because I can read faster than you're talking. So I'm better. And I go through the news and I lose my mind. The world's nuts. We're imbeciles, you know. It's 2 and 2 is 4. No, we're going to play games and make it 10. No, 2 and 2 is 4. That's it. No. Okay. Start killing each other. Okay, fine. Once you go, you ain't coming back. This ain't no damn TV show. Or one of them games like the kids that says, oh, I died. No, you didn't die. You just hit a button, you come back. Just remember, that ain't real. When you go, you're done. You're out of ammo, you're done. You don't hit a button, get more. Silly people. Alright, so I got this cup of coffee and I start working. Normally I have what's called after midnight, because I usually work out in the gym when there's nobody there because of powerlifting. I got to stay on a position for a while. I'm working straight. But I don't know now. Got to get up early. The grandkids have been with us since they were born. Now they're going to kindergarten. They don't have after midnight kindergarten classes, so I'm over here, 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So I'm a day person. I was thinking the gyms ain't going to do me right. I can't work with all these people around. There's a lot of honeys, too. I got to put a sign on me. No, I'm not a good-looking 54. I'm almost 72. Oh, I can handle you, honey. That's another thing they don't understand. Some men ain't like the rest of these. My son's a funeral insurance salesman. He's around old people all the time because they know the kids left. What, are they going to throw me in a dumpster? I got to get funeral insurance and where I want to be put and all that stuff. I got it too. He says, Daddy, there's something wrong with you because I'm around people in their 50s and 60s. They got one foot in the grave. They look horrible. And you're over here lifting weights and there's something wrong with you. I says, well, it is what it is. So anyway, but people see me as old. I am old. I was an old guy when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Don't bother me. I got things to do, You want to what? No, I'm going home. You go bust in somewhere. I got no time for that shit. Yeah, so pick your friends well. I'll drag you down. Less is better. I mean, unless you're in a crime-ridden area, you basically need a gang to cover your ass. That's different, Or you're in a joint. You ain't going to make it solo. So you got to, But if you're just a normal society, keep to yourself. Problem is to find a woman that's a solitary female. Because most of them are into, oh, I got my girlfriends, and then the girlfriends are jealous of her, so don't badmouth me, let's say, while they're trying to, they want to bang the shit out of me on the side. That's how it is, these women. So you got to find a chick that's kind of a solitary one, you know? The way to do that is if you're in your own thing, that's when you'll meet them. Like me, I used to go to the beach early in the morning, go skin diving. That's how I met her. I met a lot of chicks at the beach. Just live at Fort Lauderdale. You know, and I look, you think I look pretty good for an old guy you know? Remember James Bond walking out of water? That's what I look like. With the six pack, with built and shit. I was just athletic. I didn't really do that much weights. Or did I do weights then? When did I do weights? When did I do the weights? No, it was after that I did the weights. Because I started MMA crap and there's no weight divisions. I'm a lightweight. I mean, I know how to fight. I was a karate champion fighter. I'm fighting heavyweights. I'm nailing them and they just backhand and they go flying like it's some friggin' comic book. Hey, Chuck, you gotta lift some weights. And you gotta do this too. I said, no, I ain't going near that shit. I'm putting needles in myself. What am I, diabetic? So anyway, I just worked out hard and ate good, and I gained a lot of muscle. I gained so much muscle, people said I was on steroids. I says, I'm not on steroids. How do I tell you? You want to take a blood test? I'm not on steroids. But when they start talking like that, that's when you could go on steroids. That's the problem is people go on steroids when they're bony. Like, what are you doing? Why don't you just eat food and lots of eggs, get your cholesterol up, because that's where your steroids come from. And, bulk up. You'd be surprised how big it gets natty. You gotta know how to train, right? I've tried to teach people on my YouTube here. But, let's say I'm an old guy. What do you know? That's the whole thing. I'm an old guy. Think about it. World records and state record. I'm ranked #1 right now. OpenPowerlifting.org. 242 pound. 70 to 74 class. Masters. Bench. Who's on top right now? Me. With a 330 bench. Second place is a guy from Australia. He's got a 285. I plan to go I paid for it too, to meet in May or June, I can't remember. But my shoulder hurt so much, I had to back out. They even called me, Chuck, you coming? Don't worry, come today, because they like me, so I'm an old guy, Says, I can't, my shoulder's out. I would have benched a 350, and that would have been good. So I'm planning on a 350. I figure at the beginning of next year, I'll be 72. So I'll work on that. So you might want to watch what's happening, because right now I've been down on weight. I got very ill, so I'm basically like a regular dude now. I'm pretty weak. I'm still not, I'm way down from where I normally live. And I'm doing hypertrophy to build back muscle. So I don't know why people don't want to watch my vids. I'm going to work my way back at an age everyone says you can't gain muscle. Not only am I going to gain muscle back, I'm going to bang out a 350 plus bench, because it's got to be in kilograms, so it's like 351 and a half or some bullshit pound. I hate that shit. Something like that. I'll do it. I knocked out 315 with full range of motion reps a bench, 4 reps at 315. Look at this, how they calculate it out. Some of them say it's a 360, but I don't know. It's definitely 350. And I've done 325 for 2. I could do more. I just got to get myself back into it. Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing a different training routine right now. I'm doing a hypertrophy to build muscle tissue, strengthen the joints of the sore. And then I'll go back to my maniac singles and high-end, heavy stuff. I'm keep looking for meets. If there's one still this year around here, I'll go to it. But, if all I need is 2 months, I'll be back online. But I totally changed my routines around. But I keep looking. I ain't going to drive somewhere and get a motel room and stuff. I don't got that kind of cash. So, yeah, see, it's there. I got to stop writing things down. That's in my half thing. I got to go to the Social Security office. And the Medicaid, the care I got, when you're old, you get it, because you put in for this shit. But there's a part B I got to get so I can get an operation. So that'll be another 200 off. So now I'll be left with 700 a month. But I can still live good. I've lived good on $10 a week when I own my own place. I was hermit, gardens, chickens, tons of game, firewood, rainwater. I didn't give a shit. And I had all my books. If you people were around here, I'd say you want to go to my other place as 1,000 books. Take what you want. Ah, the seat is not meant for sitting on. But yeah. Get in a book. Go to secondhand stores. You'll find some good books. I might have read it once, or it was as a gift. I've got books that's definitely never one read. And look inside the cover. It's $30, $40. Like what? Cooking books. I enjoy reading cooking books. Yeah, cooking books are cool. You gotta learn how to cook. You want to save money, and you gotta learn how to cook so that you can be healthy. Learn how to cook from scratch. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can get a can of pinto beans, but even that, you can soak them overnight and cook them up good. You know, learn how to cook. You'll save a lot of money. You'll be healthier. Definitely, you'll be healthier if you learn how to cook. Get the cooking books. Very expensive. Online, eBay. I got at least 30 cooking books. I put each one up there. I'll make money on them because I bought the book for 25 cents from a secondhand store, and they'll go for $5, $6 or more. Most of my books would go for at least $1, maybe $5. What for? They charge you a lot, eBay. They take a percentage out. And this, so when you're all done, what did you make? $2? Plus, I like my books, so I don't know. I gotta. That's a lot of work. Anyhow, yeah. And it's been raining here. Is anyone over here in East Tennessee, North Carolina, West Virginia, over here, Carolinas? Have we had more rain than you ever saw in your life? I mean, it's like, I swear, it's like I'm in a tropical rainforest. How are you trying to get, hey, Pops, are you grumpy? You bet your ass I'm grumpy. I'm all grumpy. I should put a shot of Ryan here and I'll be ungrumpy, but I got a lot to do now. Are you trying to get vascular? No, but I sure got vascular when I lost 20 pounds. I just checked. I'm back up to 230. I'm only 5'8". I'm packing a lot. But that's the first thing. I'll just say this fast. You're not pushing the weight you want. Don't get on steroids when you're not ready for steroids. Gain some weight. You want to get big? Just get big. Don't worry about that six-pack bullshit. You want to lift the weight? No one looks at the guy with the six-pack. They look at me with the big belly, slamming on 245s. Oh, he's going to do some bench. He can actually do that. I put 2 on, 225. They go, oh, he's going to do it. I knock out 15. I go, what the fuck? Then I put on 3 on there, which is 315. I start knocking out that with reps. And if I really get crazy, I start adding more weight to that. They look at that. They go, wow. You know what I mean? So, not that I care. But yeah, you get vascular, just change your diet. You can get vascular. But you got to have something to be vascular with. You know what I mean? You got these bony dudes. I tell him at the gym, I swear to God, a guy worked out like a maniac. And then he's doing some karate. I had to give him some lessons. I'm a black belt. It's a legit state champion fighter. I worked over into bed. I even got a video somewhere, VHS, of me in a bare knuckle match. 1 round, 15 minutes non-stop. You want to try that someday when you're in your 40s against a collegiate wrestler in his 20s? I'm nuts. That's why that's why I'm still living. You got to be half crazy. But in any case, have I ever had my six-pack showing? You bet your ass. I look like Bruce Lee when I was in martial arts. I look like a leopard. There's a picture in my... Go through my stuff. I got over 500 videos. It shows me bulked up. Boom, a picture like that. And it shows me, because I was in a Indonesian style. We work with blades, too. And there's a picture of me just holding a knife and in a karate stance. You see any fat on that boy? I could be an anatomy chart. But, yeah, can I ever had a six-pack? What the fuck? Who gives a damn about a six pack? What is that? Honestly, I've been in tons of fights, in the ring, in the cage, in the street. No one gives a shit about your six pack. I seen guys that got about 6 inches of lard in front of the six pack. I've talked them hard. They look at me like, "What are you doing?" And beat the shit out of me. What are you talking about? You, you been around cattle? Have you been around cattle, man? I've had ranches. Even the goats will knock you out. Billy goes. One kept fucking me. I swear to God, I got a 2x4. He's standing. He's going to knock me out again. I took that 2x4 and him square in the head. He went down. Boom. And then he got up. He acted like a puppy dog after that. But cattle, they don't even mean to hurt you. I'm not talking like a bull charger. Just the cows trying to get into where the food is. They're out in the corral, out in the pasture, and you open up the gate. They'll crush your ass. You could be Eddie Hall. They will knock his ass out just pushing into him. You have no idea compared to other people. We're an animal. We ain't shit. You think you're something? You ain't shit. Only reason we're top dog is this. You know what I mean? You gotta understand that. You just gotta understand that. I had a pasture that was on fire, so they're coming through the gate. And I'm driving in with the truck because I use the truck like a cattleman with a horse. And I can rustle in to get the cattle in, back to what I want. I'm coming in, he's coming out. He banged into the truck. The dent's in the side of the truck. There's not a scratch on it because it was his ass. He just pushed that fucker in like it was nothing. I look at him and, well, I'm tough. You ain't tough shit. You think you're tough. Yeah. Okay. He died. You want to play with my 100-something pound white wolf? I mean, he played me. He loved me. I want to cry because he died too soon. But he got lost. He got it free. And I was at the gym late at night. But he always stayed on the property. He was sitting like a sentry on my driveway. I live on a country road, and I could see him in the light just sitting there waiting for me to get back. My best friend. I don't talk about it. I know Buddy's punk. I'm a tough, mean old son of a bitch. If I talk more than another sentence, I'll start crying. I miss him. Anyhow, yeah. Yeah, six pack. Yeah, 20%. Okay, that's another thing. This 5% is unhealthy. you you want to walk? Look at me. Oh, I look like what the. Like I didn't try to be low body fat when I was a martial artist. I was doing tens of thousands of punches and kicks every day. I figured, well, if that guy's beat me and he's training 1 hour a day, I'll train 6 hours a day. It worked. I figured I was so fast, it was like a gunslinger. Like, you ain't in my league, brother, because it's going to be a blur, and I've already got you. But anyhow, if you're really fast genetically, don't play the counter fight, because you got your reflexes too. Let him figure it out, because you're so fast, he ain't never going to counter you. That was my mistake. I'm so fast, so I'm doing counter fighting. And I said, wait, what am I waiting for? They can't. I'm the fast draw, dude. They ain't even going to get out of holster before I slam a few times. So anyway, that was the trick. Yeah, but 18 to 20%. You do it too. You saying... What do you mean, you saying 18 to 20? I don't know what you mean. I'm telling you right now, 18 to 20% body fat is actually healthy. 15 the lowest. If you want to be a health freak. Now, if you want to look like an anatomy chart, well, knock yourself out. Starve yourself to death. Take the right antibiotics. There's certain ones like tren. That's why everyone does tren when they're ripping down from, because it's partitioning. It keeps the body from eating the muscle, even though you're basically starving yourself. Makes you nuts too. Look at the Trent twins. How old are they? Well, how old do they look? You see, they're always wearing a hat because they're fucking bald. But anyhow, you do what you want. But 20% body fat is fine. You're actually healthier. Before you talk to me and argue with me, go research it out. All right? You need a percentage of body fat. I rarely get sick. I got sick recently. I don't know why, but it was like first time in years. I think it was all the weather change and shit. Could be anything. Oh no, the kids got sick. The kids get sick, I get sick. Because they go hanging out with other kids. Maybe that's why I'm alive. I was a hermit. I never bothered me. Big crowds and shit. Well, whatever your name is, you fucking idiot, bro. Okay, good. I'm a fucking idiot. How old are you, bro? Huh? How many bare knuckle fights you been in, bro? Gun battles. You've had 3 guys with bats, corny, and you're still alive? I have. Knife fights, you're unarmed. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking to. Fuck me, bro. You don't know me. You seen my rap sheet, bro? Don't play bro shit with me. Fuck you, how about that? And first, before you talk about your weight, fat, go research it out. So don't talk tough to me. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. You're just a goofball to me. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah. Yeah, when you go to the doctor and they say you're dying and you're not even hitting 60 yet, you go talk to me about it. That's right. Oh, good. Fuck you. Done. So don't bother me. You got anyone else to talk to? Look at this idiot. Fuck me. Am I on testosterone? That's none of your business. But I have I know how to make myself have more testosterone. That's another thing. That's another thing with you idiots. You follow the pro bodybuilder's diet with skinless chicken and rice. You ain't going to make no testosterone. I keep telling people for years. Recently, the know-it-alls on YouTube, the dots, and you need cholesterol, babies. You got to eat cholesterol to make testosterone. That's eggs, fat, bone soups. You got to cook it down. Chew the bones and the cartilage so you get the collagen out of it. I don't know why these TRT clinics first don't ask the guy, are you eating, what's your diet? And if they find out he's like a vegetarian or he ain't eating, he's doing that cholesterol, watch your cholesterol shit. I tell them first, well, let's change your diet. I want you to eat 6 eggs a day, homemade chopped meat hamburgers, cook up some pig's feet till they fall off the bone, lots of sardines with the omegas in there, and come back to me in a month. And I guarantee you your tests will be up through the friggin' roof. But instead, they shoot you up a test, what, in your 20s? You understand you're going to pin that shit forever. You can cycle on and off, but just still, the average guy, don't be silly. Just first try to build you're at a deficit in your eating. Nutrition, that's why you have no test. I've done it with guys at the gym. I seen them working out, like I was talking about the martial arts and shit, and I was talking to them. I says, what are you eating? Because I give free knowledge out, I says, you ain't eating right. Can you drink milk? Good. I want a half a gallon a day in your gut. I want you to eat at least a half a dozen eggs a day. And none of skinless chicken. When you eat a chicken, you make it. You make a beef stew and there's that fat on top. You don't spoon that off, babies. That's where you make dumplings. You put the dumplings in there and soak up all that powerful super liquid called fat. And you'll get testosterone like they'll do like they used to do with me. You're on gear. So I don't even know how to get gear. But I eat everything but the kitchen sink. That's just the way it is. Am I on a TRT clinic? No. Am I on stuff? Hey, I'm a competitor. I can't tell you if I'm on or not. I'm still competing. But I haven't lost any hair. My testicles are the size they've already been. My ejaculation is just like when I was young. I get laid 3-4 times a week. My old lady looks as young as me and she's old too. Must be something. Yeah, fatty thighs. Fatty thighs. I don't got no fatty thighs, actually. Nah. Nah. Yeah. Happy Thursday. That's it, baby. Charlie, hey, someone know. Hey, there you are. Hess defense. Yeah, how you doing? You still doing your martial arts? I mean, you a teacher something, right? Yeah. That's something I never bring up. I haven't been in martial arts since I'm 15, so all that training through all those years kept me out of trouble and hanging with the bad kids or smoking dope or taking drugs. No, I was always in the hell because I'm fighting there all the time, you know. Karate fighting, still fighting. And then I got into the grappling. So, you know, I had to stay healthy, you know. But yeah, I think the martial arts helped too. I just told you, Del Toro, my testicles are fine. My sperm count's fine. My ejaculations are fine. So if I'm on some type of gear, I must know how to do that too, huh? Yeah. No comment. I still got meets to go to. Man, I was ready for that 350 bench. It got so sore I couldn't do this. I was in pain just moving my shoulder. So I said I can't go. I already paid for the dues. It's like $150 to get in. The head guy's calling my friend to contact me. Hey, is Charlie coming? Tell him to come. He didn't make the weigh in. He can weigh in this day. They all wanted me to come. They get a kick out of me. Especially when I do bench, you know. So, yeah, there ain't too many old guys. That's why I'm ranked number one in my division in bench. There ain't that many guys. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 150 worldwide. So, are my nuts small from here? No. They will be if you're a normal individual. Or maybe I ain't on it, maybe I am. Maybe I cycle, maybe I do this, maybe I do that. Maybe I just know things. I'll tell you this right now: do not take steroids until you're accused of being on steroids. That tells you the guy knows how to train. I have world records, natty as hell, benching 330, natty in my 60s, stronger than I ever been. Natty. So that's another bullshit. When you get old, you lose your muscle because you ain't using the shit. You're sitting around, smoking a cigar, and knocking down the gin. I take anybody and build muscle. I don't give a shit if they're 150 years old. It's an activity. People die in the head first. They get inactive. They don't have sex. You gotta have sex. And I mean a man, woman. That's it. There's magic stuff, metaphysical, yin and yang. It produces things. It's more than just what you think. And if it's a good relationship, it's like a team. It helps you too. Mine hates my guts. But it's still alright. Yeah. It's hard dating now, ain't it, fellas? I know the women always flirt me at the gym. They're like middle aged, 30s, 40s, 50s. I don't know. Living pretty good. They wear that tight shit. They wear that tight. I mean, it's like you're naked. And they're shaving their vagina. And I'm looking at them and I can see the vagina. It's like, lady, I don't need to see that shit. I'm a healthy, souped up, testosterone animal. And I don't need to have people. You see more than if they were naked. You understand? Because of the shaping and the shadowing. And they got this thing. It's up the crack of their ass. And I go, and then if I'm looking at them, they get pissed off. I says, honey, what do you want from me? But they always flirt with me too. Yeah. Yeah. But the old lady's over there in the other machine and she's looking at me like, okay. Go back to working out, man. You know what I'm saying? Telling you. And they got these women, they go there knowing that they're going to fuck with the men's minds. And then they film them and they show the guy looking at him. Well, what the fuck you dressing like that for if you don't want the men looking at it? That's why I understand the Muslims. Like, well, don't be fucking me, lady. Cover yourself up. I'm a man. I'm full of tests. I see an ass, I'm going to tap it. So don't be showing it to me, you know? That's what I understand about that. Dress your shit up because, we're warrior, tribal folk. We don't need to see that shit. You know what I mean? But you could go to the gym without being so provocative. Not that I don't mind looking at it, but I can look at a Hustle magazine while I'm working out. Not that I do now. That's silly shit. That's when you're young, you fucking idiot. Just find some honeys, man. And the main thing is be more honest with them. They're dying for you to go, hey, baby, can I tap that fuck? I've talked to them like that. I can see the blood pressure go up and they're shaking. And then, I remember the one, yeah. Then I quit the job. She looked for me at my other job, just wanted to see me. She wanted me to plow her field. I don't know why. Good looking honeys. Yeah, see, there's certain men they can be really honest with their sexuality. A lot of women hold back on what they really want. They want to be called a whore or something, but they want a guy that can, do the nasty with it and give it to her good. You know what I mean? And get down in and get yourself a real good look and nibble a while. Don't be just jumping on that thing. Get it moistened up. Give it to them good. So they remember you. All right. I need no more coffee in here. Then I gotta go. I got a lot to do today. Well, now I'm in this day shit. Maybe I'll do this stuff. But yeah. Be a little more be more honest. Don't go up to them and say you want to fuck. Because even if they want to fuck, they're not going to say yes. Because they got a persona they got to keep. You got to tell them, baby, you look good. I'd like to nibble on you. I just had one. Oh, she was a nurse. She's bitching about a wagon. The little wagons they got at the food store? They roll outside, and the people were supposed to get it were the young teenage kids, And there was 3 girls and 1 guy, and they're all talking around the pay your own food, put your own canned groceries up. And she's bitching, like, they can't go out there, so I had to help her get one out. And we start talking. And I don't know, one thing led to another. But she told me she had a husband, but he was, he's a limpo. He's a limp dick. He ain't doing it. He didn't take care of himself. And I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. Good looking honey, baby, about 40. Oh, they'll tell you. They ain't playing. I said, well, she said, yeah, I got to go. I says, yeah, well, if you weren't married, I'd have hit on you. She says, I'd have hit on you, too. And I looked at her right now. She looked at me. I said, man, well, let's go out in the cars. No. And we just laughed and broke past. Just be honest. See, that's how you can be honest. There's so many lonely people out there that don't need to be lonely. Loneliness will kill you. You're going to have to learn how to deal with loneliness. Most take drugs or they drink. No. Start reading. Read, and go out. You meet people everywhere. Whatever you're doing, you'll meet people. The gym's a good place. Most of those women that are going there are single. There's nothing wrong with saying, yeah, I like to have a woman around me. Or a woman saying, I'd like to have a man around me. A woman feels safer with a man around her. If he looks like an alpha, a beta, she'll have to protect his dumb ass, But women like an alpha for protection. Like no one's touching my people. I mean, I live out in the boons, but there's a travel park down there with the deadbeats. They gotta walk by here. Nobody fucks with my shit. It's just the way it is. Because I'll bury them. I won't even bury them. I'll just throw them up in my woods, and the coyotes will pick them clean, and the bones will scatter within a week. You know what I mean? I ain't taking no hole, man. Don't be like me. No, no, be nice. Go to church. That's another thing. If you're religious, go to church. You'll find some nice honeys. Oh, they'll be saying, Jesus, praise the Lord, while you're slamming them. Oh, God. They'll be shouting out hymns and shit. Sing, oh, yeah, just do your thing, brother. You don't have to be lonely. But don't go slumming. The vultures are out, the hyenas are out. You gotta watch out. If you want to bop that scene, you better be rough and tough. Alert. More alert than anything. If you sense bad, get out of there. You can sense a fight's brewing in a bar, pay your tab, walk out the back door, and get the fuck out of here. Because you're going to get involved. Someone's going to hit you, you're going to hit them. You hit them wrong, they hit the floor and break their neck. You just hit them with one punch. You didn't try to kill them. You got a manslaughter beef, you go in a big house, you ain't going to be the same after that. You're done. Even if you get out. That's it. So anyway, I got a little bit more coffee. I can't even see it. Yeah. Yeah. So, what else? What else can I say? Got a lot of chores and stuff. So partition your time to give you notice these trainers that tell you only a certain amount of time to train. The reason they're telling you to do that because that might be all the time you got. All right. So let's say you only got 45 minutes. You can't be doing powerlifting. I mean, you could, but you go hypertrophy. You do 10 or 15 reps exercises. You do a couple sets each movement, and you don't waste time. 60 seconds tops between sets. More like 30 seconds. Get through your routine and go home. I know how to work out, so I know my muscles have been hit. Make sure you've hit them. You know what I'm saying? Keep the reps high. No lower than 8. I say 10 to 12. Or on legs more. On legs more. Lightweight, 225. I don't care. Do squats. Do 20 reps. Deep. Deep as you can go. Now that I'm in powerlifting, I got to go to depth. I never realized I never really went to depth. I might have been that much off depth, but that depth they cancel you out if your hip ain't low. But you go down to 3/4 all the way down as far as you can. Do 20. Work your way up to 20 reps, or 2 sets of 15, or if you can, 4 sets to 5 sets of 10. Work the higher rep. High rep. If you're on leg press, forget the 40 plate shit. Put 4 on each side and knock out 30. Work your way up. 3 plates, I don't give a shit. 30 reps. 30 reps easy. If it's only you gotta, when it starts to burn, I mean like you're gonna scream, you knock out another 10. Your legs gotta get shocked. Leg press is good. But people, what are they doing single? No, that's for rep work. Rep, burn it, burn it, burn it. High rep, burn. When you think, I can't take, that's 10. Now go another 10. It's got to be, I do 50 reps. Then I work down to 30 when I put 4 on each side. By that time, I get out 30. But they're burning like hell after 20. I get the next 10 out. You know what I mean? You gotta be masochistic or some shit, I don't know. That's how you do it. Some muscles need rep work, your legs, your calves too. I see these guys, they put all this weight on a calf machine, the sitting calf machine. Like, what am I supposed to be fucking impressed? You're telling me you're a fucking idiot. Put the low weight on and knock out 50 to 100 reps. Your calves need repping. You understand? Arms and that, 10 to 12, you're fine. But do sets. And make sure you get a pump. You got to get pumps. When you're doing muscle work, you got to get the pump. So if you're doing set work at maybe 10 reps, you only want to do 10. All right, well, you're going to do sets. And I 30 seconds rest. So that last set, yeah, you're not doing 30 reps in one shot. But 5 times 10, you did 50 reps in what? 10 minutes? Good. Then go on next exercise. You do your rep work. You got to get a pump. You want to build muscle, you got to pump up. Research a black dude, a Haitian dude, I don't know what you call him. He was from Africa, but they over there in the Caribbean. Sergio Newbread. Look at that bill. High rep, lightweight, pump that shit up. Boom. So, if you want to go to powerlifting, I got 500 vids, so I got to do that shit. But I'm just saying, I know how to do both. See, I'm okay. I got a vein showing somewhere. And you want to get the six pack, get some muscle on you first, and diet down, but you got to keep your workouts going. You got to drop your calories a lot. Keep your protein pretty high. I'd say 100 grams. If you're 200 pounds, 100 grams. You don't need this big deal. And drop your calories down. But the working out will keep keeping the muscles to keep the muscles. If you're on gear, figure out which one works for you. They don't all work for you. Some you'll take till like candy, and others will make you feel like shit. You fuck up. Most do the trend thing. Don't go near that shit. No. No. Just, first off, none of you should be on steroids. None of you should be on steroids. I'm not talking to one guy here that should be on steroids. Do you look like you're on steroids? Because if you don't look like you're on steroids, you ain't ready for steroids. I've been accused of steroids most of my life. I still got my hair just like my father's, the male pattern baldness. My balls as big as ever. The nipples are fine. I got that because I drank a lot of beer, but not that swolled up shit you get from steroids. So if I'm on steroids, I must know what I'm doing, huh? The first trick is make sure you look like you're on steroids. Because here it is. Here's your body. Here's your muscle tissue. You take that much testosterone, it's going to suck it all up. You got no problems. It's the overflow. That's when the bad symptoms come in. So if you're a bony little dude and you're knocking down 2 syringes a week, which is like 500 milligrams, and then you're taking some D-ball on the side, and you're taking a little Anavar over there too, but you're bony. Now, if you're skinny and take some D-ball, yeah, you're going to puff up. But I don't know why you would, because it'll go away in a minute and you unpuff up. So why don't you build some muscle first, fellas? I got 500 vids of how to go non-steroid. And this is all after I was 65. I lift more weight now than I ever lifted. I ain't saying all my lifts, put it this way, all my lifts were natty. Now it's different, but it's the same weight. I got injured a few times. So, I don't want to talk about it, but you can do what I did. I've done it. Go watch all my vids till I'm 71. Till I'm 71. They're all natty. And I'm still really all natty. I do some therapeutics here and there, but so far, what do they call them, SARMs or whatever? Like BC 157, all that shit. Ain't doing nothing for me. Screw that shit. I've tried some therapeutics to help the bones, the joints, I don't know. Maybe I didn't take enough, but I ain't going to do what these guys are doing. They're nuts. So I just do what I do. Most you got to eat right. That's all. But you can get strong at any age. That's no bullshit. So. And if you start doing gear, you better look like you were on gear before you do it. Because then you've told yourself you know how to lift. Then if you take a little, the cup's going to soak it up. You ain't going to get no bad symptoms, side effects, because there ain't nothing left. Unless you start 3-4 syringes a week. Going right to the tren or the anadrol. I really want to get into this subject. Anavar is okay as and all. The women use it, but the men know it's good too. A lot of powerlifters use it. It's a good because they're trying to keep in a weight division. A lot of the MMA guys use animal because they got to keep in a weight division. You understand? So they want the strength, they want the endurance, but they don't want to bulk up. You know what I mean? I mean, nobody who's in a weight division is taking D-ball because you're going to put on 10, 15 pounds of water. You know what I mean? So there's things you got to do. One of these days, after I start competing, I'll talk about it. But my main advice is you don't need it. You ain't competing. You don't need shit. You need to learn how to work out. And I got 500 videos to show you. I ain't getting no money from YouTube. I had political channels. I still do. I am blackballed. Okay? This ain't BitChute where I can say whatever I want. So, yeah. So anyway, I gotta go. I gotta start working all damn day. Thanks for coming by. If you like this, I'll do a morning call. I usually do after midnight when I get to get back from the gym. But with the youngins, the grandkids stay with us since almost they were born. We were with us within 3 months, so they're in kindergarten now. So you got to get up early, So it's like, oh god, that's right, I get more done. But the workouts, I need a gym with nobody in, so that's why I'm gonna get my stuff from the other house, put it here, so I can do the home gym workouts too. So, because once I go back into powerlifting, it's a different whole ball game. It's a whole nother training. So anyway, my coffee's done. I got my vitamins. Yeah, vitamin for men. Always take this shit. Always. And would you take this? Some say it is more pro-hormone. I'm starting to think it is. It helps all your other hormones break down. Oh, by the way, testosterone is a pro-hormone. It breaks up into other hormones in your body. Your body makes, you know that, right? Okay. You guys lift hard and heavy. I'll catch you on the flip side. I gotta go work outside. All right, take care, fellas. Bye bye.